Can you tell us the essence of Eramet nickel's productions in Weda Bay, and what is the production target in 2024, and how has achievement so far?
So, as I said, in 2023 we have produced 36 million tons of nickel. The target to subject to authorization from the government, because we are in the process to discuss with the government for the authorization to increase the production in 2024. So subject to this authorization, the target for this year will be to go at more than 40 and to go in the future, in the 2 or 3 years to come, up to 60 million tons.
260?
60 million tons.
Million tons?
60, yeah.
Oh, in 2020? In 2024?
No, not this year. This year, more than 40, and up to 60 in the years to come.
Okay, so we always say like nickel, it's so being an added value like an EV battery downstreaming focus in Indonesia. How do you see about that? If we talk about EV battery, it's not only nickel inside, so many minerals inside the battery. So in your focusing on your company, you just focusing on nickel or see another potentials of mineral in Indonesia?
So clearly today, nickel is key in Indonesia. As you said, it's more than 40% of the global resource. It's probably something like 50 or a little bit more than 50% of the global production. So nickel is key, and there is a big focus of every mining company and producers on nickel. Nevertheless, we have signed some weeks ago an agreement with the Badan Geologi from Mineral Source to see how to work together on how we could develop exploration for certain other critical minerals. And we will start, I don't say that it will be the only one, but we will start looking together on the potential on lithium. As I said, we are producing today lithium in South America. We have also a project in France to develop lithium from geothermal source. And what we would like to see with Badan Geologi is whether in the huge geothermal potential that you have in Indonesia, if there could be some resource that we could develop using our technology that we have already in France to extract lithium from geothermic resource. This is something which is very early stage. We will start the exploration, but obviously this is key. There are some other metals that are used in battery and other minerals such as the graphite, for example. And there is a global plan of the country to develop that. There's a list of critical minerals that has been decided by the government. I don't say that we will work on each of them, but at least this is a base for the cooperation with Badan Geologi to see what is the real potential of Indonesia.
Where do you start to explorations? That this year?
Oh yeah. We start this year. The first mission should be in August.
Okay, should be in August. Wow. Okay, so in your opinions, what is the progress, especially in the progress of nickel downstreaming in Indonesia right now, and what are the opportunities of Indonesia for Indonesia to develop EV battery in our country?
First of all, I think that the first thing is that, as I said, nickel resource is very important. Secondly, the commitment of the government to develop this is also very important. So I guess that Indonesia has really the potential to be tomorrow a key player and to develop a full value chain from nickel, let's say, to battery in Indonesia. So the potential is there. Now we have to improve certain things, and the first one is probably the way we are producing. This is what we call the sustainable mining, which is the way to produce the same what we are doing today, but with a very good policy and management to ensure that we will minimize and/or compensate the impact of our mining activity on the environment, and to ensure that we will bring value for the local communities living around our areas. This is something that we are very proud to do everywhere in each of our sites in the world. We have a very strong knowledge on that. And to ensure that we will continue to improve, we have decided as Eramet to enter in what we call the IRMA process. IRMA is a very demanding standard, probably the most demanding standard for mining today. And we have decided to enter into the process to be audited and to get a good result, hopefully, on this IRMA audits everywhere in the world, including in Weda Bay, with our partner Tsingshan. We will work to this. We, as Eramet, I said, we have a very strong knowledge regarding that. We have hired a specific team in Indonesia, and especially we have an IRMA project manager named by Eramet working to develop this IRMA approach in Weda Bay.
Wow, so very detailed timeline you give it to us. But right now we know that the world nickel price now remains at 19,000 USD per ton, so it's quite high. And what is your opinion regarding this? And it is in line with the global nickel demand overall?
Well, nickel prices is a very complicated subject.
Okay, so
I've been working for quite a while for the company, and I've seen the nickel prices very high and very down. Today, we have several things. If I want to make it simple, that lead the price. We have the first is that the general consumption for stainless steel, which is still the first market for nickel. So today, the stainless steel industry is facing some different impacts. Construction in China, for example, is not so good. So nevertheless, we consider that it's a good market that will continue to improve, but today it's more complicated. The growing market is clearly nickel for battery, and we consider that it's also something that will continue to grow, perhaps at a lower pace than what people expected in the past, but nevertheless, we will continue to have an increased demand on nickel. After that, you have some, let's say, short-term and local situation that could have an impact. And today, for example, in New Caledonia, there is a big crisis, a big social and political crisis, which makes that very difficult to produce nickel in Indonesia for the moment. We hope, and I have a thing for my colleagues working there. I hope that everything will be fine for them. But clearly, this has an impact, and the increase of price that we have seen in the last days, very much linked probably to this short-term, hopefully short-term problem in New Caledonia. So overall, we will continue to have up and down in the nickel price, but we consider that the global demand for nickel will continue to grow, and so that, yes, the price will remain at least at the level that we need to continue to invest in the nickel activity.
So we know, like President Joko Widodo always has repeatedly said that Indonesia could become the world's king of electric batteries. What is your response about that? And what is the Eramet Indonesia future plans for nickel mining Indonesia with that dreams? So what is your response about that?
I think that it's obviously a challenging but reasonable objective that you have in Indonesia. I say you as Indonesian people to be a key player in this EV market, and all the car makers, all the EV producers are coming to Indonesia to look at that. So for us, it's clearly something that we want to follow, because we consider that we can bring a value to Indonesia on this.
Yes.
Because all these international players that are coming, Tesla, Volkswagen, all these people, they are really focusing and asking all the time for greener nickel, for more sustainable mining. and again, this is what I said already, but to repeat it, that we have this knowledge. We are well known worldwide for our commitment in sustainable mining. We are really committed to apply the best standard in Indonesia. And so I think that we can help Indonesia to attract international players in this industry.